cells, EMF and internal resistance. What is a cell and what is the difference between cell and battery? Cell and battery both store chemical energy and then transforms the stored chemical energy into electrical energy. One of the major difference between the cell and the battery is that the cell is a single unit whereas the battery is the group of cells. There are two types of cells we basically use. One is your wet cell, another one is your dry cell. In wet cell, we basically use the electrolytes. What is an electrolyte? The electrolyte is a substance which produces chemical potential energy which is available in the chemical bonds of the electrolyte substance. In the chemical bonds, a bound state implies a negative potential energy compared to the free atoms. This implies that when the electrolyte dissociated, they possesses positive potential energy. But when the electrolytes are in bound state, they basically have a negative potential energy. So let us discuss about electrolytic cells. A device to maintain a steady current in an electric circuit is called the electrolytic cell. A cell has two electrodes called the positive electrode, basically P stands for positive, and negative electrode N stands for negative. The electrodes are immersed in an electrolytic solution. In this figure you can see this is the positive electrode and this is the negative electrode which is immersed. The two electrodes are immersed in an electrolyte. This is the electrolyte solution. The positive electrode has a potential V plus. This positive electrode has a potential generally written as V plus which is greater than 0. The positive potential V plus is in between this electrode and the point very close to this electrode, let us say the point A. So V plus is the positive potential between the electrode and the electrolytic solution which is immediately adjacent to it. It is marked A in this figure. The negative electrode has a potential minus V minus. V minus is the negative potential and V minus is greater than or equal to 0. And V minus is the negative potential between the electrode and the electrolytic solution immediately adjacent to it. And it is marked B in this figure. So the electrodes exchange charges with the electrolyte in the solution. Due to the exchange of charge, a potential will be produced and the positive electrode has a potential. I have told you the positive electrode has a potential V plus greater than 0 between itself and the electrolytic solution immediately adjacent to it, and it is marked A in the figure. And the negative electrode has a potential minus V minus and V minus is greater than equal to 0 between itself and the electrolytic solution immediately adjacent to it, and it is marked B in the figure. And when there is no current, the electrolyte has the same potential throughout. So the potential difference between P and N is V plus minus V minus. So that will be equal to V plus V minus. This difference is called the electromotive force of the cell and it is denoted by epsilon. Thus epsilon is equal to V plus V minus which is greater than equal to 0. Remember, EMF is actually a potential difference, not a force. The name EMF was given at a time when the phenomena was not understood properly. Now let us know what is internal resistance which is written as small r. The electrolyte through which a current flows has a finite resistance R between the R, which is called the internal resistance. The actual value of the internal resistance of the cells vary from cell to cell. The internal resistance of dry cells is much larger than electrolytic cells. Now let us discuss the significance of electromotive force. Consider a resistance R connected across a cell. Current flows through the resistance R. Let us from C to D. In the figure I will show you, it is equal to I. Current flows from N to P through the electrolyte, that is equal to I, and the potential difference between P and N is equal to V. You see in this figure, this is the external resistance R which is connected to this cell, electrolytic cell. Current flows across the external resistance R is equal to I. Current flows from N to P. You see, current flows from N to P through the electrolytic cell is equal to also I. This is the direction of the current flow. You can see in this figure, this is the direction of this current flow. And the potential difference between P and N. The potential difference between P and N is equal to V. Okay. When the external resistance is equal to infinity, very high, then no current will flow through the external circuit. So I is equal to V by R. When R will be equal to infinity, then I will be equal to 0. No current will flow through this resistance R. Then what will be the potential difference between P and N? Potential difference between P and N will be equal to V, which is due to the electrolytic cell. So potential difference V will be equal to the potential difference between P and A plus the potential difference between A and B plus the potential difference between B and N. Okay, and this potential difference will be equal to the EMF. So when R is equal to infinity, I is equal to V by R, that is equal to 0. So potential difference between P and N, that is equal to V, which is equal to the potential difference between P and A plus the potential difference between A and B plus the potential difference between B and N, which is equal to the epsilon or EMF. Thus EMF is the potential difference between the positive and negative electrodes in an open circuit, that is when no current is flowing through the cell. Now you consider the external resistance when R is finite. When R is finite, current is not equal to the 0. In the external resistance R, current will flow, so current is not equal to 0. So what will be the potential difference between P and N? So the potential difference between P and N due to the external resistance R, that is equal to V, and that will be also equal to V plus V minus IR, where IR is the potential difference inside the electrolytic cell. So V will be equal to EMF minus IR. Why here IR is negative? Because current flows from B to A, that means from low to high. So in this picture you see A is the high potential, B is the low potential. So when current flows through this electrolyte, it will move from low potential to high potential. That is why IR is negative inside the electrolyte. If EMF is very greater than IR, R can be neglected, and from Ohm's law we know V equal to IR. So from equation I and second I, IR is equal to epsilon minus IR. So I will be equal to epsilon divided by R plus R. If R is equal to 0, maximum current can be drawn from a cell. So I max is equal to epsilon divided by small r. However, in most cells, the maximum allowed current is much lower than I max to prevent permanent damage to the cells.